Using the DJI Matrice 4D series for mapping, for surveying, and for geospatial work in general. We're going to talk all about it. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, David here. Thank you for stopping by. Today we are talking about the DJI Matrice 4D series drones and why these drones might be great for you if you are a surveyor or you do a lot of mapping. And while I should mention that the Matrice 4D series drones, they work hand in hand with the DJI Dock 3, but you don't need the Dock 3 to use the Matrice 4D series drones. You can get a remote, you can get extra batteries, you can get a speaker spotlight, all of that without needing the Dock 3. So let's talk about some of the positives of these drones when it comes to mapping and surveying. Number one, they've got RTK antenna already built into the drone. So you don't have to add anything to it. There's not a little top hat you have to put on top like with older drones. It is already built in. Now there are two drones in this series. It's the Matrice 4D, which is not thermal. That is just gonna be a color camera drone. And then you've got the Matrice 4TD. The TD is thermal, so you got a thermal sensor on there. So typically that drone is gonna be used for like search and rescue or inspection work, but you do have that as an option. Now for mapping and surveying, you might wanna use something like the Matrice 4D. You don't need the thermal. You're just gonna want a really good camera that is accurate, and that is exactly what you're gonna get with the Matrice 4D drone. It has a micro 4/3 sensor, so that's a really big sensor for the color camera compared to the Matrice 4TD. And the 4D has a mechanical shutter, which is important because you're gonna get rid of that motion blur, whereas the thermal version does not have a mechanical shutter. Now, as you know, with mapping, you're having to take several pictures, hundreds of pictures, possibly thousands of pictures, depending on the area that you are trying to map. But there's a feature on the Matrice 4D drones that is a little bit different. It will take multiple pictures all at the same time. So instead of having to fly such a long route or having to fly smaller maps to eventually get your bigger map, you can now multi-image capture and get a lot of those photos in your first pass. Now, if you're using the DJI RC Plus 2 with the drones, it actually comes built in with DJI Pilot 2, which means you can go in and set up your routes, set up your maps, set up everything that you want to fly straight from within the software on that remote. It is very user-friendly. It's gonna set up exactly where you need to take pictures and how many pictures you wanna take based on the size of the map you're trying to make. Once you set it all up in terms of the route, you're gonna hit go, and literally the drone's gonna fly. It's gonna get the exact pictures you need, and then it's gonna come back to you. Now, the one limitation is the battery. So depending on the size of the field or the area that you are trying to map, the more batteries you're gonna need. But the great thing is, what happens with these drones is they come back, you can pop a battery out, pop a new one in, and then go right back up. It's gonna go to the last spot that it was on your route, and it will continue to fly that route and take the pictures that you need to take. And there are other features that might be useful, like point of interest. So if you're needing to circle an item, you can use the laser rangefinder. Yes, these drones have laser rangefinders on them. You can point that laser rangefinder at a spot. It's gonna tell you the longitude of that area, GPS location, and you can automatically circle that point. So you're gonna drop a pin, and then you'll be able to circle that point over and over again, and you can control the camera while the drone flies by itself. So as long as you're high enough and you're not close to anything, you can just let it continue to circle while you capture the images that you need to capture. Now, I should also mention that not only are you getting the other sensors we mentioned, like the thermal and the big color sensor on the 4D, but you're also getting a big zoom range. That's 128 times hybrid zoom, so you are gonna be able to get right in there. But it is impressive, so again, 112 times zoom for both of these drones. That is a great feature. You've also got obstacle avoidance sensors all the way around these drones, front, back, bottom, up, everywhere. These drones are looking to see if you're about to run into something. And it is gonna alert you on your remote, both audibly, and it's gonna be flashing lights saying, hey, there's something getting close to you here on the right side or in front of you. And you can set it up so that the drone will stop. So you can say, I want the drone to stop if it is 10 feet from something, which means it's not gonna move any closer to it. These obstacle avoidance sensors are great. It is keeping your drone safe. But again, like I said, with the 112 times zoom, you might not need to get too close to anything. If you use the zoom properly, you can keep a safe distance regardless. There's also a feature called Vision Assist, and that is using those sensors around the drone. So if your drone is saying that, hey, here to the right of the drone, you're about to run into something, you can actually look out the sensor on the right side of the drone. There are features like the fly to mode, so you just drop a pin, the drone's gonna fly right to it at the altitude that you want it to fly there. Oh, and very important is the fact that these drones are IP55 rated. So if you're worried about flying in bad weather, in rain or in snow, these drones are gonna have you covered. So IP55 rated, you can fly them in the rain, you can fly them in the snow, they're gonna do great. You've also got great operating temperatures from 122 degrees Fahrenheit all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. So these drones really can handle all sorts of bad weather. These drones will even do things like object tracking. They'll follow a car automatically just using the zoom. They don't fly along with the object, but they use the zoom camera to follow that object. You may not need that if you're doing surveying or mapping, but it is a feature on these drones. And it'll do object identification, where you can point at a large area where there are people or cars sitting there, and it'll actually count all those people and all those cars and tell you how many are in that area. And these drones have the ability to keep you safer as well. So if you're a surveyor, instead of having to walk out into some unknown area and roll your ankle or hurt yourself, you're gonna get the relevant information that you need by not having to trek all the way out there. And the drones can save you money too. Time is money, and if you can do your job faster using a drone than you could by doing it the standard way, it's gonna save you money because you'll be able to book more work. But again, the Matrice 4D series drones are fantastic for mapping and surveying. Again, the 4D is probably gonna be what most surveyors and mappers are gonna wanna use, unless for some reason you need thermal and you wanna go with the 4TD. I hope I gave you enough information to help make your decision. We appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.